Archive, and thank you for listening to WRYAT, New Orleans' fifth-ranked public radio station. As always, we're broadcasting live from a prefabricated Home Depot shed located off of South Carrollton by the Popeyes.
Imagination, craftsmanship, culture, the blue dog. This is art in New Orleans, and this is No Art. This week's No Art installation is brought to you by Second Route, the second line tracking application that's sweeping our contained part of the nation. Avoid any unplanned parade obstacles whilst en route to the latest avant-garde exhibition at NOMA, or when in transit to a postmodern pop-punk performance at Soundpound. Second Route, the best application for your artistic destination. Welcome back, aesthetes, to another installation of No Art, WRYAT's exploration of local art and local art culture. I'm your host, Michael TBA, and I'm here to guide you through our rich and storied wide world of New Orleans artisanship. If one aims to know NOLA, then one must aim to know all of NOLA, and to know NOLA is to know art. When one thinks of the vast array of tools at the artist's disposal, such utensils as paint brushes, or a canvas to paint on with paint brushes come to mind. Rarely, if at all, would one consider the empty plastic water bottle a tool for anything other than that of recycling bin fodder. But longtime New Orleans resident and emerging fine artist Tim Rowe has chosen the empty plastic water bottle as his medium to express the inexpressible, crafting many water bottle-based masterworks in the process. And he sits here with us today for an exclusive interview ahead of his first exhibition, Bottle Stuff That I Did, due to open at the New Orleans Museum of Artish this spring. Tim, thank you for being a part of No Art.
Is this where I start?
Yes.
Hey, thank you, everybody. Thank you for having me on No Art.
Thank you.
So I've never been on the radio before.
That's okay. Well, it's a process. We'll get through it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Tim, let's get right to it. When did you realize you had a gift for making beautiful pieces of art out of recyclable pieces of trash?
I don't know. I always I liked plastic bottles since way back when I was just a little kid. Growing up down here, and I liked using them for different things. I thought maybe I could try to make something nice out of them.
Intriguing. Most art critics have described what you do as...
Can I have some of this? Can I have some of this Chex Mix?
Help yourself. It's...
All right. Thank you very much.
It's for the guests. Tim, most art critics have described what you do as crafting, or at best, folk art. Yet your first exhibition, Bottle Stuff That I Did, will be on view at the New Orleans Museum of Artish this spring. What do you think it is about yourself or about your work that separates what you do from what a child or someone with no real passion or creativity but a lot of free time does?
I don't know. I'm sure I kind of got my mouth full.
Take your time.
I just, I feel like, I just love what I do. I think if you put yourself into it, sorry, I need to drink some water. I think if you really put yourself into what you do, you're gonna really like touch people and be on the radio and be in museums and stuff.
I see. Of your many pieces, such as
so salty.
Of your many pieces, such as bottle bird feeder, bottles glued together and hanging from trees, and multicolored bottles / wind chimes decorated to look like fish, to name a few. Do you have a particular favorite or one of extra special significance to you?
Well, I think those ones are pretty good, I like the one with the bird feeder. I like birds, but it's kind of like both things that I like in one. I like fish too. The one with the wind chime, the fish. I thought that one was pretty nice. I also got one I did that was like made it look like a squid.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
squid bottle. Bottle made to resemble a squid.
Yeah,
yes,
like
2017's bottle made to resemble a squid.
Yeah, that's gonna be on the show.
Very meaningful.
Yeah, I thought so.
Lastly,
okay.
As someone who has made a career out of being an artist, do you have any advice you wish to impart upon any aspiring artists out there listening right now?
Just Yeah, just believe in yourself. I didn't, people thought I wasn't going to be, a big artist just with, water bottles. But, I mean, like I said earlier, here I am on the radio now, and it's been a ride. Just keep riding on. That's what I gotta say.
Stirring.
Thank you.
Words to live by, or at least think about.
And also, if anyone wants to, if anybody wants to commission any of my work, you can. Reach me at tboro180@gmail.com. Send me some ideas. I'll see if I can make it happen for you.
Thank you again for contributing to the New Orleans art world and thusly contributing to No Art, Tim.
Yes.
Tim Boro's art exhibition, Bottle Stuff That I Did, will be on view at the New Orleans Museum of Artists this spring. With that, this concludes our latest installation of No Art. Join us next time as we take an introspective retrospective through the life and work of renowned New Orleans artist, the late Loupe Gooru, the ingenuitive painter behind such pieces as Gold Fleur-de-lis on black background, Black Fleur-de-lis on gold background, and perhaps most famously, Purple and Gold Fleur-de-lis on green background. The New Orleans world of art is always turning, and with it, our understanding of the definition of art itself. I'm Michael TBA, and I hope you'll join me once more as I attempt to navigate our endless expedition to No Art. Thank you.
Hey everybody, hope it didn't startle you because you're driving your car. But it's me, it's Loupe, and it's Friday, and I got a music calendar, so open up your ear holes because I'm going to be talking. 3 p.m., Dick Pick 6-pack, followed up, oddly enough, by Squishy Chunks. And lastly, Hell Cashew. At No Shirt Terry's Shimmy Shack. Sure sounds like a sweet, sweet show. 5 p.m., Squirrel World. You loot, I scoot. Psst, 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 psst. Yes, chef. At Obvious Cucumber. 7 p.m., you're gonna have to see this. It's a great lineup. Jug Band Grandstand, followed up by Benham and the Overall Stars. Lastly, Banjo Rick's Rollin' Trap House of Fun at the University Hospice Hall. 10 p.m., Kiwi Monologue. Struggle Huddle into a struggle home. 20 Twins. Drag On, Benjamin. 12 p.m., or as I like to call it, midnight noon. Wine Dine Park and Fine. Valerie, Valou, Valet. And Gorman Dorman at the Other Otter Bar. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing that. I myself am going to be finding a new bicycle this weekend, so I don't have time to give you high fives at the shows like I normally do, but next week I'm going to give you high tens. Ooh, almost forgot. Oh, have a good weekend.
And now, from the WRYAT Archive, a lost scene from Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. This excruciatingly rare uncovered material details the efforts of another suitor to court Juliet, the titular Juliet after Romeo. The titular Romeo has tried and failed but secretly succeeded in courting Juliet. Let's go now and listen to this painfully rare scene, excised from William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet.
Juliet, oh Juliet, dost thou like art, Juliet? For I know some sword moves that are sick. Watch me twirl my weapons, my sword and my dick. Juliet, at any other teenage girl, I could be a hollerin'. All it would take is one meal at the local Olive Garden. But I rather not an old hag at the age of 30, but instead 14, this century's legal age of maturity. Listen, other women may say I lack that of tact, but I never compared them to a deer with a nice rack. No longer shall I jest if I can have you the best that Italy has to offer. I shall renounce going to clubs, for my days of hanging off the passenger side of my best friend's carriage are well past me. Saith girl, I could be thy pet horse if you fed me apples, of course, of course. Close thy eyes and runneth thy fingers through the horse mane on my chest. Just don't get lost down below in that ratty man nest. 'Cause I'm hung like a bucking horse on a golden man's medallion, but you don't need a stable for this here Italian stallion. All right, listen, I wish to speak of that cheat Romeo. He was all over this honey Rosalina only a mere day ago. He is as dainty as a glove. Who on thy hands? He wants to be a glove? Like, yo, girl, that sounds super creepy. I would be thy bra if I could choose a piece of thy dress, supportive, firm, and lightly touching thy breasts. Come down, come down. Look, for it's not like I've fucked every woman in this Italian town, okay? None of those other women can even compare to you, my sweet, and your round derriere. You see, I am but a man of the ass. To you, my soul's as clear as glass. For those other brothers, they doth deny. But ye of itty-bitty waist and a round thing for me to face, I doth grow sprung. Dost thou like poetry? Well, checketh this shit out. To EDM or not to EDM, for that is the question. A bass drop by any other name should and will still sound as dope. All the world is a gym, and all the men and women merely lifters, for they have their chest days and their arm days, and in one man's lifetime, he will bench many reps. For that is how I got these sick merchants of Venice right here. How do I love thee? Let me counteth the ways. 1, girl, your body is so hot. 2, I will ignore the fact that you talk a whole lot. 3, I find you perplexing. 4, yo, girl, you ever seen me flexing? Oh, hey, hold on. Don't turn and leave. Yo, girl, where does doth go? I have yet to invite you to my Gunneth show. However, look, even if thou does leave, I will continue standing here in this garden and plea, but only after a quick glance at that right booty. But if thou does choose to stay, all the people of Verona shall say that never was there a story of more woe than that of Juliet and yo, this super jacked up bro.
This has been selections from the WRYAT Archive. Thank you.
Welcome to the Decade in Review, WRYAT's live retrospective of the 2010s in New Orleans. This week, we're going to cover crime and look back over how it's changed over the past 10 years. To help us discuss this, we've invited a local criminology professor. Please welcome Dr. Hedwin Jacobs. Thank you for coming, Doctor.
My pleasure.
In 2010, New Orleans was coming off of Katrina and a national reputation as a dangerous city. Now, in 2020, New Orleans is at its lowest annual murder rate in 48 years. To what do you attribute this development?
The Batman, of course. In 2012, Mitch Landrieu released a carefully cultivated army of wealthy orphans, okay? All trained in the jiu-jitsu, okay? And armed with bat-shaped weaponry, okay?
I do not recall this happening. Are you sure?
As sure as I'm a professor. But that's only the law enforcement side. There were all crime deterrent campaigns.
Like what kind of campaign specifically?
The Human Centipede Initiative.
And what was that?
In 2017, Mitch Mitch Landrieu ran billboard ads letting criminals know that if they were caught doing wrong, they would be stitched together, butthole to mousehole, to make one giant human centipede. They had a big one right on Interstate 24.
I really don't think that happened. And wait, Interstate 24.
And of course, the biggest drop in crime came in 2019 when Mitch Landrieu kicked out all the Irish and pushed them into the sea. Goodbye.
Okay. Who is this guy? Tim, is this the criminology professor you said you booked?
No, I don't know this guy.
Who are you, and how did you get in here?
Gotta goodbye.
God damn it. So I guess we don't have a guest this week, huh, Tim? Am I supposed to hold a talking heads show by myself? Forget it. Let's just end the show. I'm not in the mood for this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dorm Talk, dude. Steve-O, how you doing?
Hey, everybody. It's I'm Steve here, and I've been doing better before, but I guess I could be doing worse.
We're back to school, dude. You know what I'm saying? The break's over.
Yeah, no, that part's cool as such. I ain't too worried about that so much. It's just what we've just kind of been through. But before we get into that dang mess,
we got a new roommate, dude.
Right? Yeah.
Sound off over there. What's going on, buddy? You're sitting on the couch like a slug, dude.
Hello, I'm Alexander.
He's got a strong voice on him, doesn't he, dude? Everybody, this is Alexander, our new roommate.
Yeah, Alex, say hey to everybody out there, man.
Hello to everybody out there.
Boom, he nailed it, dude.
Yeah, he really, yeah.
I told you he was going to be a natural at this, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you were a stronger believer than me, and sure enough, he's doing it, so that's...
Hey, we're doing it together, dude.
That's right. We're doing it. We're all dang doing it.
High five to that, dude.
Yeah.
Boom, we did it, you guys.
All right.
It's like a high 15.
Yeah, Alex. So Tedward, why don't you set us up here?
Okay, so what we were going to talk about this week, dude, is we got some stuff. We were supposed to go see the play Cats over the break for our holiday assignment, dude. And then write a review on that, but we didn't make it, dude. So we went and seen we were seeing the movie, dude, because we just advantageously it was out at the same time, dude.
It's credits for our intro to theater class and Cats. We couldn't actually find any local, like showings of Cats, but sure enough, they made a dang movie out of it.
Just in time for us to go see it, dude.
It's serendipitous, and I tell you, we kind of came in under the wire, and we got Alex in with us because he's in our intro to theater class.
He came to see the Cats with us, dude.
Yeah, and they said we could do an audio review since we record for the WRYAT UNI, and they put us on the show sometimes. We could record a review for it for credit.
And we're doing that now.
That's what we're doing now, dude. And we're in it to win it, dude. You know what I'm saying? All right, so...
We're making the dream work.
We're going to talk a little bit about Cats, dude. First off, I'm going to just say, we haven't talked to each other since we've just seen it. I'm going to tell you, magic, dude. I loved every second of Cats.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, Tedward, how?
Yeah.
Why would you do? How did you react to that?
A lot of it has to do, Steve-O, with the pageantry of what we were seeing. I liked it. I liked the magic.
Yeah.
I liked the lighting in it.
Yeah.
Did you like it too?
Yeah.
Why?
Cause I'm a theater kid and I liked cats.
Steve, it's because he's got eyeballs, dude. It's the best movie I've seen. It was my Revenge of the Sith, dude.
Dog, that's a worse point of comparison, dog. If it's Revenge of the Sith to Cats,
Yeah,
I mean,
the best Star Wars movie, dude.
man. Okay, dog. No, this was a really bad movie and a terrible time. And I mean, dude, what do you
James Corden's in it, though, dude.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
He's my favorite late night host, dude.
Nothing about that worked at all. He was one of two fat cats. The other is Rebel Wilson, and they just make jokes about how the cats are fat.
How come all the people in it that were British were fat people, dude? No, I guess Judi Dench isn't fat, dude.
No, but
that's not nice.
She can't really sing either. I mean, this felt like elder abuse when they wheeled out her and Ian McKellen out there. Nobody really seemed to know where they were.
Steve-O, you got a strong take on this movie, dude.
Well, dog, okay, I mean, usually there's a structure. I mean, I know that Cats, my dang understanding of it is a Broadway musical, and back me up here, Alex, is that you mostly go to see it for the costumes and choreography. There's not really much of a story to Cats.
Yeah, because if you look at the eyes in Cats, they're dancing.
See, that's exactly it. But that is the story, and that's the problem. It's two acts
You know
of
what
Cats
hap-
introducing themselves via song, and then a third act where, I don't know.
Hey, Steve,
one of them they're all begging and screaming for death, and they send one up. The Jennifer Hudson one goes away.
Steve-O, dude, have you ever heard of the Uncanny Valley, dude?
Yeah, dog.
I think that's what happened for you, dude. I think that's what happened for you.
This thing is setting up shop in the Uncanny Valley. It's fucking running for president. I don't know what to tell you there, man. That thing it was horrifying. A lot of times it felt unfinished. Like the actors' faces would move. They weren't properly mapped on to the CGI cats, and they kept human noses, and it's so difficult to tell when an actor's face was mapped onto a dancer's body or if it was just CGI.
I couldn't tell where their face started and the cat's ass ended, dude. It was one of the best things I've ever seen. It was like them Avatar people, but come to life, dude.
Because we never seen an Avatar person before, but I've seen a cat.
Dog, I mean, every time I thought I had a handle on it or a grasp, and the next scene just broke me again. Like, we're first introduced to our main cat, Victoria, and they sing the Jellicle song about Jellicle cats, which the movie never goes out of its way to explain what a Jellicle cat is or why any of this is. And they ask for her name, and she tells them it's Victoria. And then they say, well, that's one of three names all cats have. And I was just like, dog, that does not track with any cats that I know. So that was really tough because my cat, Jason, I mean, that's my family cat, Jason. We never gave him any other names. And I don't know if that's a Jellicle cat thing. What is a Jellicle cat? We don't know. But we know that Judi Dench is the leader of the Jellicle cats. And they all, every year, have the Jellicle choice where they send a cat to die in the Heaviside Lair. And every cat sings about who they are vying to die, to go to the Heaviside Lair for about an hour and 30 minutes.
Holy God, I know that was the good part when all the good music come on and whatnot, dude. That's when I was...
The music was another... What were you going to say, Alex?
I was going to say, cats are kind of like humans because if you look around, the world's pretty bad and we're probably just going to die. Boom.
I mean... Well, not boom that, dude. What is going on, dude?
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, I feel like I want to die now. I mean, dude, I know that we go to a cheaper school, but tuition is pretty
7, 8.
Tuition is pretty expensive, and they spent $96 million on this movie.
But how
they
would you-
spent 96, and there's
Steve.
so much top talent attached to it.
Steve, I hear what you're saying, but the theater kid in me would like you to maybe, like, I don't know, do a little number when you're expressing your anger.
Yeah, he was trying to kick something off.
5, 6, 7, 8, and like a kickball change or like a grapevine.
No, I don't think we're gonna do that.
Dog, I don't know. I'm not picking up what you're putting down, man. That ain't no way that I'm gonna behave after seeing Cats.
He doesn't like musicals, dude. That's what I've come to.
No, I think musicals are okay if the songs are okay and relate to something. These songs are just cats singing about who they are.
All right.
And we don't know who they are.
What's your favorite?
Skimbleshanks doesn't show up until midway through his song.
Take a breath, Steve-O. It's
What's your
okay,
favorite
dude.
musical?
What's my favorite musical?
Musical, yeah. What's your favorite one?
I don't know, not Cats.
But if you had to pick a one, which one would you pick?
Sound of Music.
Boom, dude. Sound of Music. That's a good one.
You don't hate it, and that's okay. That's horrible because there's a bunch of Nazis in that. Once again, the world's pretty bad, so you should sing a song and dance.
That's right, dude. I think that's a good place to leave it, dude. We gotta wrap it up.
I don't want to talk about this anymore at all, dog.
I don't think
I'm
you're gonna get a good
go
review
head
of
out,
Cats.
and I don't know. I ain't taken up smoking yet, but I'm
Cats
considering it.
pissed you off, dude. I mean, for real, you're as mad as I've ever seen you, dude.
Dog, I never felt this alive, to be honest. It's kind of like seeing through the fucking Matrix. If Cats is what they have to offer, I mean, well, I'll still take it over Rise of Skywalker.
I appreciate.
Okay, dude, that sucked.
Appreciate y'all letting me come on. Your dorm.
Hey, that's no problem.
And being a roommate.
You live here now, dude. We share washing machines.
But Steve, I am a little nervous because you have a vein crawling across your forehead.
It happens when he gets upset, dude.
Okay.
Just don't eat his
It's
hand.
a combination of being very, very worked up and intensely dang dehydrated. So
Oh, I got a Camelback on.
we'll sort it out.
Suck on his back, Steven.
Juice me up and I'll start sucking, but in a minute, I won't suck as much as Cats. You guys have been great. Thanks for listening to Dorm Talk. I'm
Thanks for
Steve.
listening to Dorm Talk, everybody, dude. I've been Tedward Murphy.
I'm Alexander.
Boom. He did it. All right, we did it. We got through it.
See you in the quad.
See you in the quad, everybody, dude.
Listen, shit happens. When you're in a wreck, you could call a barrister to represent you for your insurance claim. Or you could whoop the ass of the jerk who caused the accident and call me, Hank F. Garfield, attorney at Raw. Other lawyers will tell you they have your best interest in mind. But will they accept your natural desire to beat the ever-loving shit out of the dumbass likely staring at their phone instead of the road who ruined your day? No, they'll try to convince you that it's illegal, immoral, and unjustified to throw hands with a stranger, but not me, Hank F. Garfield, attorney at Raw. I'll ensure that you have the right to express your frustration in any way you see fit. From a good old-fashioned street fight to a fully sanctioned amateur MMA contest, I have your back. Don't take my word for it. Just ask this fully satisfied customer. Hank Garfield is a good lawyer. That's right. Hank fucking Garfield, attorney at Raw, is here for you. Need to get in touch? Just yell my name and meet me in the parking lot. Hank out!
Hello, and welcome to The Reading Love, the show for book lovers to show their passion for the most wonderful thing in the world, books. I'm your host, Lance Peters. As usual, today we're going to talk about how books tune us in, turn us on, and turn us inside out. And here to tickle our bibliophilia is the author of Talking to Strangers, New York Times bestseller, Malcolm Gladwell. Hello, Malcolm.
Good morning, Lance.
So, Malcolm, you've been stunning us with your research for decades, but you still look like a young man.
Well, I sure hope my future wife thinks so.
I'm serious, Malcolm. I almost can't believe I've been buying your books from airports and truck stops for well over 20 years now.
Wow, has it been that long?
Yes, sir. And I have all 6 of your books, and I have to say, they all feel wonderful.
Well, I can't say that was my goal when I wrote that. A statistical analysis of financial success. However, I'm glad you've gotten something out of them.
And I have, because I just love books. But it's a very expensive kind of love. Any tips for a book lover on a budget?
Good question. Well, for starters, I guess you could just stick to buying paperbacks.
Oh, I buy exclusively paperbacks. I just can't get the hardcovers to fit.
Oh, you can't get them to fit.
Yeah, even if I use lube.
I guess that makes sense if you're trying to fit your books into a traveling bag or something.
Getting back to the topic of writing, the number one question I have for you is, how do you come up with all those sexy
Sexy?
characters?
What do you mean?
Yeah, like in your book, Blink, when you talk to that man who watches couples for a living.
Oh, well, that's a real man, John Gottman. And, everyone I talk to is real since I write nonfiction. John in particular is a clinical psychologist who can predict whether or not a couple will divorce after just an hour-long conversation.
That's amazing. And what does he determine after he watches the couples have sex?
What? No, he doesn't. He doesn't watch them have sex. He just talks to them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have misread a little bit. I was reading kind of fast since I usually only last about 5 minutes.
True?
You have to admit, though, you still have a ton of inspiring characters in your books. Like, in Outliers, you have Bill Gates, who had sex billions of times despite having a soft micropenis and irritable bowel movements.
No. Bill Gates has billions of dollars from owning Microsoft and selling to IBM.
Well, what about all the people in The Tipping Point who can successfully hold back all of their orgasms?
That is not what this book is about.
Well, regardless, I gotta say, that book really drains my balls. You keep them coming, Gladwell, and I'll keep on loving those books.
Mr. Lance, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
When you say you're a book lover, does that mean...
I fuck books.
Right. Mr. Lance, can I ask you a favor?
Anything, Malcolm.
Can you please not pleasure yourself to or with my work?
Hey, don't blame me, Malcolm. You're the one writing all the dirty stories.
I'm going to leave.
Hey, Malcolm, before you leave, I just want to say I do think that 10,000 hour rule you write about in Outliers is correct. I'm pretty sure I'm an expert after all the time I've spent fucking books.
Don't air this recording or you're going to hear from my lawyer.
Oh, don't be like that, Malcolm. I already had a bad week after I got a restraining order from the New Orleans Private Library. Oh well, he's gone, book lovers. Anyway, thanks for listening, Reading Love fans. Join us next week when we talk to an artisanal book crafter about leather binding, silk gagging, and brass cock rings. Remember, society might shun us for our passions, but if you truly love the magic of books, you make your own happy ending. Goodbye!
This is WRYAT New Orleans Guerrilla Radio. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.